Outside, I'm washing up. Saturday chores, these hops are ready. Starting to go a bit brown on the edges, a bit papery. I wasn't planning to do a brew day today, but I think I'll make an opportune pale ale, 5%, nice and light coloured, nice and sessional, nice and light coloured, maybe about 4.5%, 5%. My amber ale I made the other week is ready. Going to keg that up, and I'll just reutilise the Sapphire 05 that's sat in there to inoculate this brew with it. So quite a cheap brew, so cutting down on the yeast, so that's at £2.50 or something. I'm not going to pay. Hops are free, and the bags of malt are maybe £19 a kit, 25 kilos, so it's maybe about £5 worth of was it £5, 25 litres of beer. I make a load of it so I can get a load of these hops in, and yeah, so come back to you in a while once I finish doing this, and we'll make some beer. So we've got that, so I've got some water going, 23 litres, might make 20 litre batch maybe, but that's enough to keep going. Going to get that heated up to 66 centigrade. I haven't worked out what to do with hops yet, but let's go and make a recipe. So let's go into my little scruffy house. What I'm going to do is make something like a summer ale, I suppose. What's the IBUs on this? So it's about 3.8 ABV. I want a little bit, something slightly higher than that. So what I'll do is to whack a recipe together. So let's go and do that. Yep. Go on your computer. Let's do that now. Okay, so let's fire up. I've just fired up Beersmith. I'm still using the old version. Let's do add new recipe. Let's do something which is a let's do something like an English golden ale, maybe. I'm going to be making a all grain. I'm going to use do a 20 litre batch, the old Braumeister, and I will be I'm going to add some grains. What I'm going to do, I'm going to stick some Maris Otter in. I'm going to stick maybe 3 kilos of that in, and I've got some Vienna malt, which I've been using recently. I'll stick 1 kilo of that in. That tastes like it does a good job. As you can see straight away, we're coming into the area for the brew, which is looking good. What else can I do? Maybe I'll stick a bit of wheat in there just to lighten it up a little bit. So that's some grain. I'll stick some wheat. I think German wheat malt. I'll stick in maybe, yeah, I'll just do 1/2 kilo, that'll be fine. Okay, so that's bringing it to a nice ABV. I'll stick in some, not hops yet, I'll just stick the yeast in first. So we do Sapphire 05, I've got a packet of that, pop that in there. You can see what the attenuation at that, because the Sapphire 05 attenuates quite well. It's brought it up to about 5 ABV, which is a nice and round figure. Colour wise, it's looking good, so we just need to add a bit of bitterness there. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add, I got some Pligrim at the back there, which I'm going to stick 20 grams in there for the boil. I need to get rid of a lot of this Pligrim, so I'm going to stick maybe a bit more of that in there, maybe 30 grams, maybe 30. So I need to really just, I need to get rid of this Pligrim. So that's just going to bitter up. Then I'm going to stick my what's it called? My Fuggle. Their leaf, and I'm going to stick some in for the last 10 minutes. Just stick 20 in there, and I'm going to add more hops. I'm going to stick another Fuggle, and I'm going to stick 30 in leaf. I'm going to do that in the whirlpool. 20 minutes. I'll stick another. I think I'll do another one at 0 as well. So we've got plenty of those out there. We did another 30 at 0. Okay, so we're just coming to the top level of the style for business wise, but let's change this down to 30. Those should be fine. So yeah, I'm going to do that. That's the recipe. Let's do the session. I don't know, do the mash, and we'll add. Do a medium single. Yeah, we do that one there. See what that's like. That's fine. We'll just change that to 66. 60 minutes, and then I'll add some. I'll just do a mash out 75. For 10 minutes. Okay, let's have a look. Ooh, that needs to be 66, doesn't it? Okay, let's go back to the design. Okay, so we see it's crept up a little bit here because I'm mashing, slightly warmer. Let's have a look. Let's change the mash. Well, the mash a bit. Let's mash a bit drier. So just do a 60, 64 there. That'll make the beer a bit more attenuable. So you can see it's got about 5.5 there. So what we can do is just cut back a little bit on the pale malt. Let's put about 2.5 of that in there. Ooh, no, we don't. Actually, I want to have more pale malt, so I'll do 3 of that, and I'll just cut back a bit on the Vienna. I'll do 0.75. Okay, and let's do that again. Let's do 50. There we are. So that's about 4.9%, which is not too bad. We might actually get a slightly better mash. The IBUs are a bit high, but I'm not expecting too much. And with the Fuggles, I'm just going to I'll divide the weight of the Fuggles by 20, which will hopefully give me, because obviously the dry weight is slightly different to the wet weight. So there we are. Okay, so that's the recipe. Stop recording. Okay, so I've changed the recipe slightly. I've done a kilo of malt. So I've done 2 kilos of mouse to a kilo of Vienna and kilo of wheat. I've got some. I forget the name of this stuff. Anyway, I'll tell you in a minute when I remember it. And I got some bit of magnesium there. And I've treated the water about 4 millilitres of 85% phosphoric acid. So I'm just going to toss the grain there. let it soak in a bit, and then get mashing. That's all done, no lamps and things now. Let's get the top bits to stick those in. There we are, all done. Let's just get it going. Okay, come back in an hour and I'll pick some hops in the meantime, I think. So yeah, pick some hops. That's bucket full. How much that weighs, we'll soon see. I'll get my scales out and have a quick weigh. I'm not overly bothered about whether or not it's exactly right. I'm just going to chuck the whole lot in and know there's going to give aroma. Obviously building up the bitterness with the Pligrim, which I've just got quite a lot of Pligrim and just use it as a bittering hop. I might even stick a little bit extra Pligrim in because I'm not so sure whether that's giving me enough bitterness at the moment. It was quite hold. Anyway, just coming up to the last few minutes of the mash. Can't get it to focus, can we? Can we focus? There we go. So that's doing well, and we got like a nice colour. So I might take. I'm not going to bother checking the gravity and stuff like that. I need to boil some water up just to do a bit of sparging. I need about 7 litres, but that's about it. Got a few kegs of beer which are hanging around. I suppose I just got bored of some of these. The one I tried making 100% wheat a few months ago. That was only half a batch. Let's get this. I wasn't so sure about this, but there's quite a lot out there actually, but I'm going to check that way. And I got another one which was the what's supposed to be an IPA, and that turned out to be a bit of a sessional beer. There's not much of that left over. I didn't drink much of that either. Didn't like it. Very low alcohol. But there we are, beer purged. Anyway, also today I'm making some bread. There we are, look. It's not doing too bad, that's almost ready. But yeah, a few little chores. Need to make bread. I started making quite a lot of bread now. It's I think if you go to the shop and buy like artisan bread, as they call it, I think they try to pimp it up a lot more these days. Especially in the UK, you have to spend something like almost £3.50 for like a nice sourdough or a nice white bread. I think £2.50 normally in the shops for white bread, and yeah, about £3.50 for a white loaf, and so a sourdough loaf. I've got, what have I got? Yeah. So I've been culturing this. I've got some sourdough yeast slowly ready to go. So that's going to be. I'll make a nice huge sourdough loaf of that either tonight or tomorrow. But yeah, I make basically a double batch, which is almost a kilo of sourdough bread and maybe some peanuts really. So that's all good stuff. It's just finished mashing. I'm just going to take the all the gubbins out and we can start doing some boiling. I'd leave the hops out on the top here just to let the bugs jump out if there's any bugs in there. So I'll let them do their thing for about half an hour until this gets to boil, and then we'll I'll weigh it out as well, and then we'll get the bittering hops in here when it starts boiling. Just taking a relative gravity, and it's about 1039. I was looking for something like 1036, so it was a good mash. So I've got collected about just about 27 litres. Just come up to the boil now. I've got the amber ale here that I made, or steam beer, or Californian common, or amber ale. I say amber ale already. So I'll cake that up now. Carb it up a bit. Hopefully get a little bit later on to have a little taste. Yes, we'll I'll go through there. We'll carry on brewing stuff. Hop wise, I've collected about a kilo of hops, which equates to, divide that by 20, it's about 50 grams of hops. So if I split that, that'll be like 25. So it's about right. What I was guesstimating with the aroma hop additions. So I'll stick a third of each, a third of the bucket in, at 10 minutes, 0 and in whirlpool. Hopefully we'll get lots and lots of interesting aroma out of that. So to the boil, 30 grams of Pligrim, and there you go. That'll be for about 45 minutes. Okay, so I've just got the first hop drop in. This is 15-minute hop drop, I was saying. That's 15 minutes. So I'll put about a third of those in there. Let them boil 15 minutes. I may stick a product lock in as well, but I'm not so sure how useful it will be, all these hops. But I'll put one in anyway. Okay, last hop drop in. All looking good. It's down below 80 now. Well, down to 60 now by the look of it. Oh, which is fine. Get some wildlife jumping out of the hops. Let's get rid of that. Obviously they didn't like that. Right. So a nice clear beard coming out here. Can't really focus that much, but we're going to collect a lot here. So empty that now and be ready to go. Okay, so just empty out the last few dregs. Oops, did that pull out, didn't I? There we are. So there. So yeah, it's a good colour. Not to spill too much on the floor, I suppose. Anyway, pouring half the beer on the floor. Even the tap fell out. As you can see, plenty of flocculation and plenty of hops. I'm taking a pre-boil. Well, taking the weight of this pot before I've started filling it. I'm going to weigh it afterwards and see how much I've collected. Remembering to take the final gravity first, and I can work out how much in volume it is based on its specific gravity. So here's the final product. Nice colour, I like that. That's what I was looking for. It's about it's about 1040, so it's just above the red there. So if we look at this, which doesn't want to focus today, yeah, let's focus on here. Yes, but I can assure you it's about 1040 actually. That's just below 10. That's about 4 there. It's about 1040, which so it's actually hasn't balled up as much as I was expecting. But that's not such a big problem. I can do it. I can do it before, and I've collected quite a lot of beer, so I think I've got about maybe about 25 litres. But we'll pop those figures into the system and see what they come out with. I hope you can see me. Let's have a quick taste. So good colour. Got very aggressive hoppy flavour. I would say it's very similar to Mosaic. Very high business. Complemented by the sweetness, obviously, of the malts as well. It's down to about 1040, so I was hitting, I was aiming for 1050, so it's or maybe about 1039, 1049. So it's going to be quite a refreshing beer, nice and hoppy, obviously an English type of style. I'm getting much more out of it at the moment, but suffice to say, I think it's going to be very interesting. Okay. I'll sign off. So today, obviously, the ABV is a little bit lower than I expected. I think it just didn't boil as much. I think it spent quite a lot of time chunking through those hops at the end. I think I should. When I stick the chiller in, I think it obviously the boil calms down. It doesn't actually boil off as much as it should do, but I'm happy with 1040. You're going to get about 4.5% beer out of that, which is still within the region of what I was looking at. The IBUs might be a little bit higher, but we'll see. I think I'll just let it mature a bit longer if it does taste a bit bitter, but I don't think it's going to be very much beyond what you can enjoy. It's going to be quite sharp and refreshing, obviously, in that beer. Well, hi, it's been a few weeks since I made my that fresh hop pale ale. It's been fermenting 2 weeks. I've just finished off. Just taken out and give it a hydrometer reading, and it's down to about 10. Crunch those numbers, and it's at 4.1% ABV. So it's looking good. It's nice and clear, really nice colour to it. Kind of corny kind of colour maybe. Let's pop a bit off into a glass and have a quick look at it and have a little taste and see how it's come on. Now, when I tested it a few weeks ago, it was when I took a taste of it before I put it into ferment. I found it was very bitter. Obviously, there was a bit of sweetness there, but I'm expecting quite a bitter beer. So it's got a slightly hoppy aroma. Smell a bit of the barley in there, malts and things, but there's not much really, is it? It's kind of got some Marisotto kind of brew. Maybe I think there might be a bit of wheat in there, but let's have a taste and see what it's like. So that's fine. Very, the bitterness has actually subsided a little bit. It's not quite as aggressive. Very, very sessionable. Yeah, I could drink quite a lot of this. So yeah, that's a success. It's just to remind you, it's been made with I think Progress for the hop for the bittering, and what is it? Fuggles, isn't it? quite a lot of Fuggles for the aroma. I wouldn't say it's like overly, that aromas actually come through quite a lot, but it's actually built on the flavour of what's there already. So I'm happy with that. That's a success. A very cheap brew. I recycled Sapphire US-05. And also I used quite a lot of my dry hops and that, well, my wet hops, and also what else did I save money? No, I think I used the bittering hops are quite cheap. I got those from a friend who was just kind of giving them away because he bought too many of them. And I suppose the only major expense was with the grain, but that was maybe £3 worth, 50 worth of grain. I think it cost about 90 pence a kilo, 80 pence a kilo when I had maybe 3 or 4 kilos. I fermented quite a lot of this. I think I collected maybe up to about 24 litres. Let's have a look. I can't see my numbers now. But yeah, collected quite a lot. What I did, I weighed the fermentation vessel after I finished filling it up and got that. So I'm in two minds whether to pop it into a keg or pop it into a corny keg. I've got plenty of spare corny kegs, so I may pull off a few bottles for keeping and put the rest into a keg, and that will most likely bring it down to the right numbers. So yeah, that's excellent. I mean, it's not even carved up or chilled yet, but it's still tasting really tasty. So that's a win. Hope you're all fine. Please like, subscribe and share, and I'm going to give you a bit of an update video soon and go over what else is coming up. And see you all soon. Bye.